6 engine in it. One of the last true Allis-Chalmers tractors before they were labeled Deutz Allis and turned green. There's Haley Ponslett from Belchester. She's got her nice little flea track. She's made it to a few parades this year. Flea Track was a Cleveland tractor company, and then in October of 1944, Oliver purchased Flea Track to get into the crawler business, so then Oliver changed their name from the Oliver Farm Equipment Company to the Oliver Corporation. There's Massey man Joe Ponslett. He's from Belchester, and he's got a Sawyer Massey, one of the small ones. The Massey family had a financial interest in the company, but other than that, their name was on the equipment, but it's extremely rare, and you'd probably find units like this up in Canada more than you would here. But an 1122 John Deere D. Originally was on steel. It's been cut down for rubber. 476 cubic inch. It could be upgraded to 500, but them 2 cylinders, that gave you a lot of plow power. And it's got a John Deere 2-bottom plow behind it. And again, if conditions permit, they should be able to do a little plowing later this afternoon. Another John Deere A street rod set up for pulling, so they got her stroked and bored. And got the nice, they've got an interpretation of spoke wheels on the back. You look close, and those old spokes have been welded onto new wide rims. They did a nice, neat job. Nowadays, with a MIG welder, you can do pretty good. Here's a 530 diesel Case-O-Matic 530, a nice little chore tractor. And the Case-O-Matic transmission was a hydraulic torque converter. You had at least 2 ranges. You had low range and direct drive, so it was a shift on the go. Here's an unstyled WC. They got this set up for pulling. Got some big tires on the back. The WC factory spoke wheels were 17 inch. That was something different than the other companies had. Here's an old patinaed case on liquid propane. More than likely it's a Case 900. Yep. After the parade, if your kids want to practice driving a tractor, this is the one they're going to let you drive. Has it got the hand clutch? It's got a hand clutch on it, so down here by the tractor pull track, they're having kind of some tractor games, and if somebody wants to take a turn driving that big LP powered case, you're welcome to do so. 520 John Deere, next to the last incarnation of the old B. Looks like she's in original condition. Still some traces of a dealer decal on the side of the hood, and got some cultivator levers on it. Okay, that's Marlon Greer. He's driving that, and he said the kids can try driving that too with the hand clutch. The 520, the first tractor to have the yellow on the side of the hood. John Doe's Storybook Acres. This was sold at Oak Center and bought new by Henry and Irma Doe's at the Detlefson Implement in Oak Center. And it was kind of got away, and then they were able to bring it back. So their sign is a little bit, and they've got a all-steel case corn binder. The all-steel case corn binder was developed by the Osborne Company. Osborne was owned by IH for a while, but then Case took it over, but they kept the Osborne name on it. And when you look at it, there's no wood to rot away on this corn binder. Corn binder is what we use to make the corn bundles, to make the corn shocks, and then that is either dried in the field and run through the shredder, and that's the idea, shredding days, or if you did your corn green, you run it through the silo filler and filled silo. Dave Pearson has the B Farmall. The B Farmall was the 2-row tractor. Dave, is this the BN? It is the BN. The BN is a little bit narrower than the normal B, about 8 inches total. Here's Bruce Pearson, and he's got the Farmall A. The A was the 1-row tractor, the B the 2-row. They had the same engine and transmission and the offset cultivision. Original condition, 220, 1970, the Young family. Again, the big 426 engine, got the big duals on it. Allis actually overshot themselves. They brought the 220 out before they brought the 210. The 210 came a little bit later. I think they were using up some 190 grill parts. 1987 J20 Jeep, Chad Robertson. When you take care of your Jeep and you don't drive it in the salt, this is what you can do. And they got lots of polish and wax. Pride of ownership. Pride of ownership. So 87 Jeep. So is it old enough to be antique? He's got collector plates as long as he doesn't drive too much. 730 LP. The 730 and the other 30 series are the last of the 2 cylinders. And we don't see too many of the LP versions. They were originally going to be called the 50 series, but at the last minute they decided let's just call them the 30 series. And this is Eric through the parade once again. He's got his 70 high seat standard diesel. They got to calling these tractors the high seats because when they had the 60 and the A out, they had some low seats, so there was some difference. So Allis-Chalmers G, kind of the grasshopper tractor, 1948. These tractors were built in Gadsden, Alabama between 1948 and 1955. The first one sold for about $750, and by the time they were done in 55, the price had risen to $950. They were intended to be sold to southern farmers for their work, but they didn't buy them, so they ended up in a lot of commercial vegetable places like Hollandale, Minnesota, and any place there was peat soil that would grow good carrots and onions and cabbages and things like that. So if we have no stragglers, that's the parade for Saturday.